Right, welcome back. This one's a little bit different from what I normally do, but it's still bike related, so that's why I've done it. Have you ever been on a ride and thought you're away from the car, or you're doing a camping trip, or you don't want to leave your car running, you think, how am I going to charge my battery? Same thing happened with me. I went on a little camping trip, I took my bikes with me, and I thought, I can't just have leaving the car running for 4 hours, 5 hours, it'll kill my battery. So I thought, how am I going to charge my bikes? And then I found this. It's the ANKER C1000X. It's basically a huge power bank. It's a power station. Let me get it out, if I can. Move everything else, and I'll show you. Can I pull it out like that? There we go. Right, move that out of the way. There we are. It's the power station. So what it is, let me get this. So it's the C1000X. It has, if we have a look, sorry, I don't normally deal with these, so I think it's something like over 1036 amp hours, if I'm correct. It can do an outputage of something like over 1000 watts or something like that. It's got Bluetooth, so it connects to the Bluetooth. So what we're going to try today, I've got my 72 volt battery. Obviously it's a big battery, solid battery. We're going to try and plug it in and we're going to charge it. So if we have a look, I'll put the screenshot of the app as well. I'll do the app. So we'll plug this in, ready for the spark. I thought, why am I I'm so scared of batteries? See, little spark. There we go. So that's all plugged in. It's funny, the light comes on. It shows you the power that's already going through that. Right, so what do we plug it in first, then I'll do the app? Probably, or let's do the app first. Let's see what we get with it. So this was, normally these are about £800, so $1,200, I think, something like that. And I picked this up in the special over Easter for something like £350. So it was cheap as anything. I'll put the link in the description of where I got it from. So what we'll do, if we turn it on, is that the on button? See, I ain't even really used this either. Just turn it on. So what? We've got 90%, 95% battery. Right, what we'll do, I'll screen record this so we see. Like I said, this is a little bit different than I normally do, but I thought I'd show you because if you do go on any camping trips or anything, even not just for e-bikes, it's good for anything really. So right, we've got that on. So it's showing us 95%. Nothing's input yet, so we'll do that. We'll plug this in. Hopefully it don't go bang. Right, so we've plugged that in. Do we have to click on anything else? So we're all connected. It's not saying anything's connected yet. So what do we click on? Like in the descriptions if you, comment in the description if you know, because I don't bloody know. There's got to be a button on here, surely. Right, turn that on. Hang on. Oh, we have to click that button. Does that mean we're connected now? Yeah, it is. It's connected. So there's a button there you push, because obviously you've got your USB, so they charge phones and everything else, and you've got your big USB, your small USB, USB-C I think it is, and then you have your button for your main plug adapters. Right, so it says it is doing 380 watts output. This is producing at the minute to charge this battery. So if we go up to here, it tells you remaining usage time. So it says we still have 2 hours and 25 minutes of battery in this, and it was 95% full. This charged at about 5 amps a battery, 5 amps an hour. This charger. Let me double check that. 5 amps. Where is it? Yeah, 5 amps. This is 5 amps. So if this is going to last 2 hours and 24 minutes, that's 2.5 hours. So that's 12.5 amps. This battery is 20 amps. You don't go all the way down, you go down to what, 20-30%, or normally when you're riding you'll plug it back in about 40%. So 40% is about 12.5. So this one charge would charge this battery. The beauty with this is as well, solar panel. So I'm getting a solar panel that's coming. So if you're out in a field or anything else, you plug in the solar panel, that can produce up to 800 watts of power from a solar panel if you get the right one. So even if you had a sort of mid-range one and you had 400 watts, 300 watts in the sun coming through per hour, that is basically replacing what you're using anyway. So you'd get a full charge. You can have your phone plugged in, you can have everything else. So at the minute we're still, as you see, on 94. It hasn't changed, so it's 380 watts, that's how much it's coming in an hour. 380 watts output. So that's perfect. We can now charge our battery when we're out and about with this. You can even, if you ever have a power cut at home, this can run freezers, fridges, the whole lot. And for me, picking up for 350 quid, that's an absolute bargain. You buy a bloody one of them little handheld ones for 50 quid. So that's absolute bargain. What we do, while we're here, we'll go on the Bluetooth for the battery as well. So BMS, we'll click on that. Bluetooth, there we go. Has it found it? Connected, here we go. Yeah, so 46% in there at the minute on that battery. It says it's charging, everything's fine. It says it's, if we have a look, where do I see where it actually says where it's charging? Don't actually, normally it tells you a sort of, oh yeah, remaining charge 2 hours and 9 minutes. So that reckons that'll be full in 2 hours and 9 minutes. And this reckons it has 2 hours and 18 minutes left. So this would charge the whole of that. And that's without this being plugged into a solar panel or anything. Because obviously you've got your car, you can leave it, but who's going to want their car running for 3-4 hours? Especially if you're at a campsite or you're anywhere else, or even if you're going on rides. Not so much in the UK, we can go up to sort of like the hills and the mountains and stuff, and we can take it with us and everything else. But especially in America, when you go out riding and you go for hours and stuff, and if you have a little campsite or a little car, even if you use it to plug in your car while it's in your car, you can keep that charging anyway, and then you don't have to have your car running all the time. So no, I'm really impressed with that actually. 92%, it hasn't changed, because normally it can be charging, then all of a sudden it just drops from like 2 hours down to thing, but it stayed the same. That's charging. One last check on my BMS. Yeah. And that's charging fine as well. So I think for the price, that's a really good buy. So I know it's a little bit different from I normally do, but I thought I'd show you anyway. I'll put the link in the description if you think about buying one. But yeah, just another thing to add. I know I'm saying about camping and everything else. In the UK, obviously, you don't really want to charge your batteries in the house. We've seen what's happened with fires and everything else. I don't like charging mine in the house. So obviously, if you have a shed or you have an outbuilding a bit further away, you don't want to be running cables from the house and everything else. That's the perfect thing to keep in your shed to charge your bikes. So you don't have to bring any power from the house, anything else. You've got that to do that as well. Same with wherever you are in the world, really. So that's another idea as well, what's going to be brilliant. So I'm happy with that. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I hope that weren't too boring. Have a good day.